This week with the Morning Q crew.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. You can maybe use some Diet Pepsi to go with that KFC chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think the Diet Pepsi's going to help you out too much. It's KFC.
Yeah, but it help flush it down. It's all the same, Brandon.
I don't know about that.
You don't
I think
drink
the
Diet
KFC,
Pepsi because it's diet.
The KFC does enough damage, I think.
KFC wants you to fall asleep to the sound of their delicious fried chicken. They have teamed up with the wellness company Hatch to get high-quality audio of it and posted a 20-minute clip of fried chicken being fried in grease.
Well,
on Spotify.
Let's go ahead and say this. Frying chicken for 20 minutes, you're burning the chicken. KFC, get on top of things.
Not necessarily.
Yes, Josh. You can't fry it for 20 minutes without burning it.
Okay, maybe they burned it a little bit, but it was for 20 minutes of the audio.
I know what they were doing it for, but come on. You're giving the wrong impression. If I'm trying to fall asleep to this, I'm going to think the chicken's burning.
Some people like their chicken
I need to hear them
though.
taking that chicken out, shaking the oil off of it, dumping it, putting more chicken in the fryer.
Too much. How are you going to fall asleep with all that racket going on?
I need that because that gives me the solace of mind knowing the chicken's not burnt, dude.
Well, you need to hire a chef.
As a certified Big Back, I don't want to know of any chicken.
Certified what?
A certified Big Back? I don't want to know of any chicken being burnt anywhere. That's not okay for food eaters like me.
You might as well hire a personal chef, Brandon, and have them cook 24/7 to help you fall asleep because that's what you would basically want.
No,
Your kitchen
I just want
going
KFC
nonstop.
to do the job right.
Well, there's a running joke on TikTok that white noise rain sounds are really just the sound of chicken being fried. So KFC ran with it. They tried it out. They say, in addition to eating their chicken, customers can also drift off to sleep thanks to the soothing sound of frying or raining. Basically, that's what it sounds like. You can check it out on the Hatch for Sleep Spotify page, but you better not do it before you subscribe to our podcast, which is also on Spotify. Best of the Morning Q crew. Be sure to subscribe today.
Whenever you lay your head tonight, Josh, are you going to try this?
No, but I'll play it for you right now. You ready for it?
Sure.
Have you heard the internet rumor that the sound of falling rain is actually the sound of fried chicken?
Yes.
Should we get to the bottom of that rumor?
Yeah, I've got everything set up, ready to go.
Okay, let's make chicken.
There it is.
Sounds like chicken frying.
It sounds
Just like
rain.
expected.
I thought it'd be appropriate to look at this recent study that was released that looked at 2,000 wedding playlists on Spotify, and they did this to find the most popular songs for weddings. So if you attended a wedding recently, there's a chance you might have heard some of these on the dance floor. How about Low by Flo Rida?
That is a very popular one. I can tell you I've been to a handful of weddings and that has been playing.
Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon.
Okay.
Crazy in Love by the Queen Bee herself, Beyonce.
I feel like I've heard all of these at a wedding before.
Marry You from Bruno Mars. I'm not sure how that one goes. Marry You.
You don't know how Marry You goes by Bruno Mars?
No.
I'm not going to sing it for you, but that is pretty embarrassing for you.
I'm sure when I hear it, I would know it.
Its claim to fame was...
That's one of his earlier ones.
I believe The Office, was his claim to fame with that song.
You should pull it up.
No, I'm all right.
Why? You're always playing music off your phone.
Because I want you to sulk in the embarrassment of not knowing that song.
Pull it up.
No.
I'll pull it up, and I'll continue to talk. I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas.
It's a good song.
Also, September from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I feel like that song's had its day, and it's just not anymore.
Well, it is an old song, Brandon. I mean, give it a break. It's had its day.
No, it doesn't get a break.
Come on. Also, Mr. Brightside by The Killers. I've never heard that one
I don't know
at a
if
wedding.
that's really a wedding song, but okay.
I've never heard that one at a wedding. Yeah, Usher, Little John, Ludacris. Of course, that one's got to be on there. Dancing Queen by ABBA. And then they said the number...
Who's getting married? 80-year-olds? These are old songs.
It's the 80s, man. 70s
Yeah,
and 80s.
whatever.
I Want to Dance with Somebody came in at #1 by Whitney Houston. I am surprised that we don't see The Wobble on here.
I don't think The Wobble's being played at people's
Every wedding
weddings.
I go to, it's Wobble Baby, Wobble Baby.
Well,
and also...
all the weddings you go to are interfamily, so, I mean...
But...
with Big Sexy and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure that they keep it all in the family. Wobble was probably played plenty.
I mean, I'm surprised I didn't see that. Let me play this Bruno Mars song here. See what we got going on. I I've never heard this.
Yes, you
Bruno
have,
Mars song.
Josh. You have heard this song. You've heard this song. It's so popular.
Why don't I know this song?
Because you're an idiot, Josh. I mean, I have no other reason for you not to know the song.
Oh, I know. I've
Yeah,
heard it. But
yeah.
I don't jam out to this song every day, Brandon.
Nobody does. It's a wedding song.
Okay, I see. That makes sense. That should be the number one song.
Okay.
Marry you. You don't get more wedding than that.
I think that's why he made the song, Josh.
A new survey out this morning of 3,000 Americans found that only 3% of people claim to be literally fearless, meaning that 97% of people are spooked by something. They gave people a list of common fears and asked them to rate their discomfort level. Then they mapped the results by state, and we got those results for you. The number one fear, Brandon, is death. It was the highest fear factor in 17 states. I used to love watching that competition show, Fear Factor.
Right.
I used to love watching that. All right, including Washington State, California, Nevada, Colorado, Texas, Minnesota, Ohio, New York, Tennessee, and Florida. The number two fear is heights. Count me in on this one, Brennan. It got the most votes in 8 states, including Pennsylvania, Michigan, Maryland, Virginia, and Georgia. The third most fear, or the third fear, how's that? Does that make sense? The third most fear?
The third most common fear.
Thank you. I knew there was something missing in there. It's snakes. They're the most feared in 6 states, including Mississippi, Maine, Utah, North Carolina, North Carolina, and then West Virginia. Number 4, the fourth most common fear is a tie between public speaking and enclosed spaces. Consider me for both, Brandon. I'm afraid of both.
Is that your biggest fear?
Not my biggest, but it's high up there.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't really been in a situation where I've been asked to speak publicly or anything like that
Really?
that I've been nervous about. Most of the time, I don't really have a hard time getting on stage. Granted, if you were like, Brandon, we need you to go out there and sing the national anthem on stage, I'd be like, no, that's not happening. But if you're like, hey, Brandon, go out there and kind of entertain and goof off for a little bit, I'd be like, sure, dude, I'll go out there.
So public speaking is terrifying in Illinois, Wisconsin, Missouri, and Indiana, while enclosed spaces are feared in Iowa, New Jersey, Oregon, and Idaho. Number 6 fear is a tie between failure and spiders. Failure is the most upsetting thing in Louisiana and Kentucky, while people in Massachusetts and New Mexico have zero tolerance for spiders.
I think failure as a fear is just something that men in general have. At least most men that I know is that nobody wants to fail.
Because we have to be the tough guy.
We got to be the provider. We got to be the tough guy.
Ghosts and spirits were also an option, but they were only number 1 in 1 state, Montana. How about that? And apparently, there wasn't a consensus in 5 states, Alaska, Rhode Island, North Dakota, Vermont, and Wyoming. So if I was to list my fears, Brennan, I think it would go something like this. Heights, number 1. Number 1, death. Number 2, heights. And then number 3 would be enclosed spaces. And then number 4 would be public speaking.
I don't like dolls, Josh. I don't like dolls.
Okay. That one was not listed.
I think they're creepy. I think they're creepy and scary. Anytime somebody's like, you want to watch a scary movie? First off, my answer is no. I don't like scary movies.
I don't either.
And I remember one time somebody's like, you want to watch, I think it was like Annabelle or whatever, one of those stupid doll movies that came out. I was like, hell no, I don't want to watch that. That's creepy.
So your number 1 fear is dolls?
I don't think it's my number 1 fear. I think failure's definitely in there. Failure's a big time one. I'm not really scared of heights in the traditional sense of being in a plane and being scared of all that kind of stuff. I'm a little bit more scared of it whenever you're on the edge of something. Oh, I don't like that.
So heights a little bit?
Maybe a little bit, yeah, but only in specific moments.
Okay. I'm going to get you a doll for Christmas.
I don't want that.
One of those porcelain dolls.
Ugh, yuck.
And hopefully you got that coffee brewing this morning. Not as foggy, so that's a plus. I didn't have to drive slower than normal. I could see where I actually was.
Yeah, that's always a help.
Brandon, did you get your Haktua Girl outfit yet?
I have not.
Dude, Halloween is 2 days away, and you still are not ready to spit on that thing.
I probably will not be spitting on that thing or getting a Haktua outfit. It was more so just a joke, Josh.
What you gonna wear for Halloween?
I probably won't wear anything.
Oh, Brandon. I mean, you can always just go out looking like you normally do. That'll scare the hell out of all the children, so that would work too, I guess. But it's not as fun, you know?
Now my heart's hurting a little bit. I don't know where you planned on taking this break,
We're
but
supposed to find out if it's Trump or Kamala.
I don't know if I want to share anymore. You were just so mean that I don't know if I want to share anymore.
You'll be all right.
No, I'm over it now.
You wrote me pretty hard yesterday.
Look at what my arms are doing.
That's exactly the pose I was doing when if you go look at Kaylee
My
X,
arms are crossed because I'm not gonna be doing anything now.
If you go to Kaylee X's,
I'm not gonna cooperate.
You'll keep interrupting me. If you go to Kaylee, Kaylee X,
Interrupting cow. Moo.
Kaylee X's website. If you go to their story about the small sliders ribbon cutting yesterday, you'll see me doing that exact pose right there. I just had my arms crossed, standing there. You're not gonna say anything, bro.
Josh, you hurt my feelings.
Oh, when. Did you hear anything you told me yesterday? You wrote me pretty good yesterday.
I was nice to you yesterday.
All right, well, someone polled over 6,000 people, asked, have you ever dressed as a politician? 8% of Americans have dressed up as a political figure before for Halloween. At least 13% of us know someone who's going as a politician.
A lot of our politicians are doing that right now. They're just dressed up like politicians.
The most popular, well, rather, more people are dressing up as Trump than Kamala. So Trump is more popular than Kamala as far as Halloween outfits are concerned. But it is close, much like the election will be next Tuesday night, a week from tonight. 6% know someone who's planning a Donald Trump costume. 5% know someone dressing as Kamala Harris. 3% said the same about Joe Biden. That'd be fun to dress up as old Joe.
You wouldn't have to do much. You just have to walk around and look really sleepy.
Yeah, and you can just get some gray hair and you make some big, like, circles over your eyes, like big marbles.
I don't think you have to change much, Josh. I don't think you have to change much, Josh. You could just kind of, dye your hair and you'd be chilling.
Vice presidential costumes are less popular. Only 1% know someone planning as Tim Walz or J.D. Vance.
Yeah, I can't say that one would be the most popular. I don't think I'd look at somebody wearing a Tim Walz or J.D. Vance costume and be like, nice, or anything. Which
costume would be scarier to encounter on Halloween? Would it be Trump or Kamala? 30% said Trump, 22% said Kamala. Everyone else said neither, or they were not sure. And then some even said Brandon Brown.
Oh, my
Scary
goodness.
as hell.
Look, my arms are crossing again.
All right, so yesterday on our socials at Q93 Alexandria, we asked everyone who went to New Orleans this past weekend to see Taylor's Eras Tour on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to share their photos and videos. We'd love to see those. Had some great photos and videos shared, but we also had some crazy comments, so I thought we'd have a crazy edition, a Taylor Swift edition of Psychotic Comments.
Well, I think those two things just go hand in hand. Taylor Swift and crazy and all of those things. We know how those Swifties can get. They ride or die.
I feel like she's turned into like a Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady figure where it's very divided. You either love her or you hate her, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of people hate her just because she's very successful and she's kind of overexposed at this point, and people don't like that. So we have Candy Wiley who commented, I wouldn't go see her if it was free.
Dang.
Yeah, no one asked you,
Not
Candy.
even if it was free?
Not even if it was free. It's a 3-hour show, Candy. You're getting a lot of free for your money. Right?
And her music, despite however you may feel about her music's entertaining.
We have Daquan. I don't think that's his real name.
Daquan?
D-A-Q-U-A-N. Daquan?
Daquan. Where'd you get the W? You said Daquan. It's Daquan.
He says, I never went to New Orleans. The last time I went to New Orleans was June 2017 for a family reunion.
Well, thank you for letting us know, Daquan. We're glad that you're participating in our comments.
And then Kelsey Horwell, or Horrell, whatever. Casey or Kelsey, she says, y'all do know she is for the devil.
Oh.
Nobody wants to see her. She has come out and said it herself. So don't fall for Satan. The only problem is Kelsey said S-A-T-I-N, satin, instead of Satan. So then Millie commented, satin is a fabric.
True.
That is today's.
And karma is my boyfriend.
Psychotic Comments, Taylor Swift edition. Don't forget to follow us on the socials, Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. We'll be right back. Luke Holmes said that the concert for Carolina will go down as a night he is most proud of in his career, as he and others raised over $24 million for Hurricane Helene relief.
And a little bit less exciting news, Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz have broken up.
That's old news. We knew that they were breaking up.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No, we didn't know that.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting confused with Aquaman. Jason Momoa and someone else broke
Those are
up.
much different people.
Yeah. I don't know why. I thought they were the same people.
Early, you haven't had your Starbucks coffee yet.
Yeah, because they're not open when they're supposed to be open. Someone was late for work today.
Someone was for sure.
Morgan Wallen just dethroned Showbiz at the top of Billboard's Hot 100 chart. Morgan's song Love Somebody, which I love, is now number 1, ending a 15-week run at the top of Showbiz. Top of the chart, rather, by Showbiz. A bar song, Tipsy.
And Diddy reportedly used a scale to make sure the women at his freak-offs didn't weigh more than 140 pounds.
Allegedly.
This just continues to get worse and worse.
Oh my gosh. Liam Payne's producer says he will not release his single that he did. That they were about to release a song. I don't know that word. What is it? That stupid word.
I don't know if
posthumous or
Post-Thomas.
Yeah, whatever. I don't like that word. I don't like to use it because I think it's a stupid word. But they were going to release a song that he did. But, you know, his family hasn't given the blessing yet, so his producer said they're going to hold off. It was scheduled to come out
it can't
Friday.
be much worse than Strip It Down, you know?
That's a good song.
I love that you played it in remembrance of him the day after he passed away.
In remembrance of him.
It goes, won't you strip that down for me? And you're like, sad news yesterday.
It's not true.
Liam Payne passed away, and like those two things, you can't play those back to.
It's not my fault he has one hit, okay? It's not my fault.
You could have pulled something from the archives, man. Come on. That song was probably not the best choice.
We played multiple songs of his. That was just the first one.
Yeah, okay. So here's a sentence you probably never expected to hear. Chuck Norris, Vanilla Ice, and Bob Geldof are making a movie called Zombie Plane.
No one cares. For all those stories and more, you can go to
Won't you strip that down for me? Yeah.
.com. Why don't you tell us a story about how you kissed someone to that song?
I haven't. Not to that song.
Go on a 5-minute rant about how you kissed someone to a song.
I did. That was a funny story, and a lot of people enjoyed it.
Shut up. So we, for spooky season, Halloween's tomorrow, sent one of our interns out on the streets here in Central Louisiana. Brendan used to be an intern, and look where I got him. He's now the co-host of this award-winning morning show.
Yeah, I made it big time, baby.
Aren't you fortunate? So our intern went out on the streets to find out what is the most common nightmares that we have. And this is what our intern found out. 10, being injured, 35%. A loved one passing away, 36%. Waking up late, 43%. Missing an important event, 44%. Being attacked, 50%. Feeling trapped, 52%. Feeling lost, 54%. Dying, 55%.
Dying? That's... Oh.
Being chased, 63%. And then number 1, according to our intern and the research that was conducted in Central Louisiana, falling, 65%. And I tell you what, Brandon, I have had nightmares where I was falling and all of a sudden I wake up, where I'm being chased. I've had nightmares of dying. Like I feel like I'm just slowly dying and I wake up and I'm like catching my breath.
Sounds awful, Josh.
Yeah. I've had nightmares of being attacked. I've had nightmares of loved ones passing away, of being injured. I mean, I've had nightmares where I was at school with no clothes on. I forgot to put my clothes on.
That does sound like a nightmare for everybody else involved.
I was sitting there, I was like, oh, damn, I forgot to put my clothes on.
I feel like that's worse for everybody else involved than it is for you, Josh.
Have you had any nightmares? And when you do have nightmares, can you relate to any of these?
I used to have some really weird nightmares whenever I was a kid. I don't really have nightmares anymore, but one of the weirdest nightmares I had whenever I was a kid was we were all in this room at my school, and we were having this big old meeting, and a bunch of people I knew from school, friends, family, whatever, and there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex with his head through the window, and we were all talking and acting like nothing was wrong, and then I was like, wait a minute, guys. Why is there a T-Rex here? And they go, what are you talking about? It's fine. And then the T-Rex, he starts talking and he goes, because y'all are wearing shoes. And I was like, what does that even mean? And then my buddy in middle school, he was a no good for nothing guy. He was like, guys, I have a funny prank we can do. Everybody take off your shoes. So everybody takes off their shoes, and this T-Rex just gets to ripping, dude. He starts eating everybody. He starts chasing everybody. And it's all because we took our shoes off.
Are you
That is a real nightmare I had.
You sure you weren't on drugs or you didn't watch Jurassic Park
I was
or
like
something?
8, Josh.
Hey, I mean, I wouldn't put it past you.
You think I was on drugs at 8?
Maybe your mama stood too close to the microwave.
Don't talk about Miss Natalie
Maybe
like that.
your mama dropped you on the head when you were a baby.
Leave Miss Brown out of this. The website The Conversation did a big article on how too much candy can wreck your microbiome. So
take a probiotic.
That's not how that works, Josh. So after you Halloween binge eat your candy, you got to be careful because that's the delicate balance of good bacteria in your gut. Messing with it can cause indigestion and weaken your immune system. So too much candy could make you sick in more ways than just one. But here's one way to deal with it after you polish off your kid's candy stash. Get this, Josh. You can go eat a bunch of sauerkraut. It can help replace your microbiome because it's one of the 4 F's: fiber, photochemicals, unsaturated fats, and fermented foods. You know what fiber and unsaturated fats are? Phytochemicals are basically just chemicals found in plants, but fermented foods like sauerkraut are important too because they can help replenish the good bacteria your gut needs to keep you healthy.
I'm pretty sure a probiotic can do the same thing.
No, you got to eat sauerkraut, Josh, according to real doctors. Unlike
Yogurt.
you're a radio show host.
Yogurt is good for your gut health.
You know
too.
what? Hey, let me go ahead. I'll call the doctor. I'll tell him to buzz off, and I'm going to send everybody to you.
No, you ever see that commercial with the lady from the
Josh,
mom from
ow,
Freaky Friday?
I think I broke my arm. Can you fix it, Dr. Josh?
You ever see that commercial with the lady from the mom from Freaky Friday about the gut health and the yogurt? Activia, something like that.
That's for pooping.
No, there's another one.
It's for pooping.
Well, it's also good for your gut health, yogurt. And then probiotics, people take that to keep the good and bad bacteria balance ratio going.
So
you know?
since we're kind of at the middle point of this break, how about this? Let's redo this and let's just have Josh give the advice on what to do for Halloween health tips since
here
you are
go.
Dr. Josh.
Here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, eat all the candy you want because Halloween is only once a year and you can't let it go to waste, right? What's the point of trick-or-treating if you ain't going to eat the candy? So eat the candy, enjoy. Just make sure you brush your teeth really, really good at least 3 times that day, right? That you're eating a bunch of candy. And then make sure you're taking your daily vitamins, your probiotics. Make sure you're drinking enough water, your daily intake of water, which is based off your height and your weight. And you should be okay. And if you're still feeling a little take some vitamin C gummies, you know?
And if you're second guessing Josh's advice, good thing he has a degree to go with it. Tell him what that degree is in again.
A PhD. I'm a doctor. A doctor in common sense. Everyone knows that a probiotic, Brandon, helps your gut health.
I'm so sorry,
wouldn't know
Dr.
that.
Josh.
Week 9 of the National Football League kicks off tonight with Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime Video, where the Jets are unfortunately back in primetime action. Who are they playing again?
They are playing the Houston Texans tonight.
Oh, the Jets are going to get shellacked in primetime once again.
Most likely, but you never know. It is home for the Jets, and you know Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to want to lose, 4 in a row?
And
5
it's a
in a row?
short week.
Short week. So keep a lookout for that. Josh, there's not much to talk about last week. We had one difference, and you won off of the walk-off Hail Mary. It was Washington and Chicago. I thought I had it all wrapped up, and then
I knew he was going to do that.
No, you didn't. And so you are 76 and 47 overall in the season. I'm 74 and 49.
What a heartbreaker for the Bears. But as a Saints fan, we know all about losing at the final 2 seconds of a football
We
game.
definitely do. So week 8, you went 12 and 4. I went 11 and 5. But now we're on to week 9. Isn't that crazy to think about, Josh?
I know, the season's going quick, man.
What are we going to do whenever football's all done?
We're going to cry.
So, Josh, let's get into this. Houston and New York Jets are tonight. We both got Houston, Dallas, and Atlanta. We both got Atlanta, even though, I don't know, I kind of want to change that one. Should I change that one live?
Who's Atlanta playing again?
It's Dallas and Atlanta.
I could see
It's
Dallas
in
winning.
Atlanta.
I don't trust Dallas, and it's in Atlanta, so I went with Atlanta.
I think I'll ride with it because
I hope
if we
Atlanta loses,
if
though.
we lose, we get the same loss.
It's
I'll
better
keep
for
it the same
Saints.
as yours.
It's better for the Saints.
Miami in Buffalo, we're both rolling with Buffalo. Las Vegas in Cincinnati, we're both rolling with Cincinnati. Josh, just so you know, we have 5 differences this week. The Los Angeles Chargers at Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland. You're going with the Chargers.
You're going to wait Cleveland?
I'm going with Cleveland. I'm believing in Jameis. New England in Tennessee.
You're crazy for believing in Jameis.
He pulled it off last week. Who knows? Maybe that magic
You saw that quote he
exceeds
said?
expectations.
He said you can't reach for the stars when you're on the moon.
Exactly. He's the funniest guy. So, Josh, that's the battle of who's the worst. You're going with Tennessee. I'm going with New England. That game, there's no I don't even know how to predict that game. I think both of them are equally bad. Washington in New York against the Giants. We're both going with Washington. New Orleans in Carolina. You're going with New Orleans. I'm going with Carolina. I think we lose that game.
You don't remember Bryce Young is the starting quarterback this week. We shellacked them the first week of the season.
Yeah, but we also look much worse than we do at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
You're holding on to those glory days.
Yeah,
I'm a real.
They're going to get a win. I
All
think.
right, sure. Denver and Baltimore. We're both rolling with Baltimore. Jacksonville and Philadelphia. We're both rolling with Philadelphia. Chicago and Arizona. You're going with Arizona. I'm going with Chicago.
After that heartbreaker last week,
I am.
I don't know if they can pull
Detroit
it together.
and Green Bay. You're going with Green Bay. I'm going with Detroit.
This is the hardest one of the week.
I'll tell you what, Josh. I think that Josh, not Josh. What's his name? God, Jared
Jordan
Goff.
Love. Oh.
Jared Goff. He's my dark horse for MVP this season.
I wanted to pick the Lions, but Green Bay just has a knack for finding a way to win games no matter what.
They do. The Los Angeles Rams and Seattle. I almost picked the Rams in this one, but I said, you know what? It's in Seattle. Legion of Boom.
I don't
We're
trust
both going
the
with
Rams.
Seattle. Minnesota and Indiana with the Anthony Richardson ordeal where he's like, I'm tired. I got to get off the field.
Yeah, that's a mess.
I'm going with Minnesota.
Joe Flacco's probably going to light it up, though.
And Tampa Bay and Kansas City. We're both rolling with Kansas City. They're due for a loss, but we're still rolling with them anyways.
What if they go undefeated?
I don't think they will.
What if they're like the first team since the Dolphins?
They've got to play the
back-
Ravens at some point.
Yeah, but the Ravens lost last week to a team they should have beat.
Yeah, but the Ravens could beat them. And Cincinnati could honestly beat them, too. They play them twice, right?
I'm kind of rooting that they go undefeated.
We'll see.
All right, that's our picks for Week 9 of the NFL season.
I'll keep this short and simple because we all know what the dentists are saying. A group of dental surgeons is urging children not to eat lollipops or sticky sweets to avoid tooth decay. That's a very big ask on Halloween, but they say adults can lend a hand. One dentist suggests that the public can switch to giving trick-or-treaters things like stickers and Play-Doh instead of candy. They say limit the amount of candy your kids eat in one sitting, have them cut back on the sweets that you can get stuck in your teeth, all of that kind of stuff that
I actually
nobody
like
wants
that.
to hear.
Like, it doesn't all have to be candy. You can throw in some Play-Doh and some stickers and stuff. to
Right.
mix it
I
up.
think that if you've got a couple people that are going to be boring and snooze fests and do that, that does help limit your children's candy intake.
Just don't throw a toothbrush.
But that's
in
also
there.
why
That's lame.
that's also why the adults, they have the adult tax. Whenever, I mean, for instance, your 4-year-old, you take them out trick or treating, they're in their little sweet potato costume, and everybody's like, "Oh, so sweet, we're gonna give him this candy." He comes back, he's got a giant sack of candy. That 4-year-old cannot eat all that candy. So guess what? Mom and dad, they're snacking on it, and that's why trick-or-treating is so great for the parents, because they get a bunch of free candy as well. They can't just let that kid eat all of it.
Yeah, but everything in moderation. You can't. There's no rule against putting it in the cabinet and like dispersing it a little bit at a time. You know.
Yeah, but then it just gets old in there, dude. I remember growing up, we would always have candy in the like in the cupboard and in the pantry and
The
such,
cupboard.
the dry cupboard or whatever. And Josh, I'll tell you what, there
You
would
have
be
a wet cupboard.
whatever, dude. Shut up. And so
You said a dry cupboard.
you knew what I meant.
Aren't all cupboards dry?
Don't be a fart head, dude. Don't be an
I'm
absolute
gonna go take a
fart
swim
head.
in the cupboard.
You know what? Look at this. Oh, arms crossed. I'm over it.
Would you like some water from the cupboard?
Crazy criminal.
There's no shame in going to McDonald's on a date unless you're showing off your golden arches on the front lawn in
went to
broad
Whataburger on a date.
daylight. You didn't even hear my.
It was part of.
You
a
didn't even
date.
hear my punchline because you interrupted me.
It was a movie date, then we ate Whataburger afterwards.
You still you
No,
couldn't care
okay,
less.
say it again. Say it again. We'll
No, I
start
don't
from the
want
top.
to.
We'll start from the top. Hold on.
Crazy
I'm not
criminal.
starting it from the top. Nah, you took all my jive, turkey.
I took all you jive, turkey.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Now we're just gonna sit here.
very boomer type.
Now we're
saying.
just gonna sit here.
really
Sport.
sports.
Yeah, you're gonna call me a boomer. I'm gonna embrace it.
Who's the crazy criminal today?
I'm not telling you. You don't
Why?
deserve it. I was trying to tell you about it, and you just interrupted me.
Okay, I do apologize.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
No, seriously,
You're
dude.
lying
I will
on
let
the
you-
air.
I will let you finish without interruption.
You're a liar. See,
I'll
now
turn-
you're gonna get
I'm
on
gonna
your
turn-
phone.
I'm gonna
you're
turn
gonna
my own mic off.
You're gonna get on your phone. You're gonna just scroll and do your little
No, I'm gonna
thing,
turn
and then
my mic off.
and then I'm gonna be like, "What do you think, Josh?" You're gonna be like, "GTA is a video game that I play, and It's got some stuff that goes on in it. I sometimes steal a cop car.
I love stealing the cop cars. I get such a high off of that.
Man, I'm fixing to be the crazy criminal. I'm going to come over there and whoop you a new one, dude.
Come on, give the crazy crew. The people want to know.
Now I've been hyping up
I'm going to turn my mic off, and you can talk.
Well, what if I want your mic on so I can hear if you laugh or anything?
Okay, I'll put the mic on, but I won't say anything.
So let me try this again. So there's nothing wrong with going to McDonald's on a date, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, but there is something wrong with maybe showing off your golden arches on the front lawn in broad daylight. Oh, look, that is a kind of funny.
Your golden orchids.
Yeah, look who's a little bit curious now. Look who's got some intrigue in the story.
What is your golden orchids?
Oh, let's let the mind run for a second. What could your golden arches be?
Your butt?
Oh, now you're getting in there. So 2 middle-aged women were on a road trip to reconcile their relationship in Georgia last week when they made a pit stop at a complex that had a gas station and a McDonald's.
Oh, those are the best.
It's unclear what they stopped for, but Josh, some things were getting heated in a naughty way.
Uh-oh.
And they did not keep it to themselves.
Are you talking about them E. coli onions?
No, I'm talking about something else that might stink. Witnesses called police when they saw the woman going at it and not like fighting in the grass outside the McDonald's, and they were full go in their birthday suits.
Serious?
Yeah, right outside. They were showing off their golden arches.
They could have did it in the car or wait till they got home.
McDonald's gets the people going, Josh. So they were arrested for misdemeanor public indecency. In a Facebook post, the police said, "Please don't reconcile in the grass beside the street. Get a room or go home."
That is insane.
Yeah, imagine the momentum I would have had if you wouldn't have interrupted me the first time.
Were they on drugs?
It doesn't say anything about that, Josh. Maybe they were high on love.
I wish I had that
and
kind
that
of confidence.
McDonald's.
I wish I had that confidence to be able to just bust it out
We're
and
going
get going.
full on at it,
McDonald's.
dude. I mean, think about this, Josh. Whenever you call the police, they don't show up immediately. They got to get to work. I mean, they probably got to get pretty into it.
The poor officer that had to go break that up.
Excuse me, ma'am. You mind getting off?
That's today's Crazy Criminal. We'll be right back.
So there are 2 types of older adults: those who make an awkward effort to keep up with new slang and trends, and those who have 0 fig newtons to give. The website Unscrambler used Google Trends to compile a list of the most searched slang for 2024 from between January 1st up through October 25th. And not surprisingly, demure is number 1, which became a popular meme on TikTok. Demure is very mindful, very demure. I mean, I think it's saying...
I think we talked about that a while back.
Yeah.
I still don't know what it means.
Well, Josh, this is where it's going to get really confusing for both of us. I don't have the definitions. I just have the list of all of the most popular searched ones.
I just never heard anyone say demure.
Well, I haven't heard anybody say a lot of the ones on this list, like preen. I have heard au revoir, I believe. Cats.
Oh, that's like goodbye.
Yeah,
Au
I think
revoir.
so. Cats, like Katz. Don't know what that is. Sin, like SEN. Schmaltz. Don't know what that one is. Sobriquet, I believe is what one is. But then at number 4, we start getting into some stuff that maybe is more familiar territory for you and I. Haktua.
Oh, I know all about the Haktua.
Skibbity. Sigma. And number 1 is demure. But I guess 10 through 5, I would say neither of us have ever heard any of those.
I almost need to use Google for this break. Au revoir?
It's OEUVRE.
OEUV what?
OEUVRE. That's all. I think that's
not
au
au
revoir.
revoir.
What is that? Over?
The works of a painter, composer, or author regarded collectively. The complete au revoir of Mozart. Work of art. So, if you want to listen to the complete au revoir of this morning show, you can subscribe to the Best of the Morning Q Crew podcast.
Look at you making that work.
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Let me check.
I'm gonna
Ready?
use that Google. What was that?
Oh,
Did
we
it
said
cough?
it wrong. Ovra.
Ovra?
It's Ovra. Like ovaries, but Ovra.
Josh, come on, man. Come on. Dude. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh. We'll be right back. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Joining us by phone is the drummer and co-founding member of Hinder, Cody Hanson. Cody, good morning. Thanks for calling in to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's it going, man?
It's going well. How are you?
Doing good. I saw that you guys are actually touring with Creed, Three Doors Down, some sold-out shows. How was it touring with those guys?
Yeah, we've been playing shows with Three Doors Down for years, and their drummer's actually from Oklahoma, which is really cool. So, especially during college football season, he'll, when we're doing shows, he'll come and wake us up, ready for the games, and that's always a good time. But, now getting to see Creed, I mean, how cool is that? That's a band we grew up listening to. We were super fans growing up. So to be able to play some shows with them now is just completely surreal. So
yeah, they're going to be here in Louisiana next month, actually, and I got tickets to go see them, so I'm excited to see those two bands together. It's been almost 20 years since Hinder's hit Lips of an Angel came out and all the success that came with that song. Kind of talk about that and what it meant for the band.
I mean, that song, it changed everything for us. You know what I mean? Get Stoned came out. That was our first single, and it did really well for us. It kind of put us on the map. But when Lips of an Angel came out, I mean, like I said, it was game changing. It took us to another level, and it kind of, for a minute, I guess, made Hinder a household name. You know what I mean? So, it changed our lives, and that's a song we'll always play and be forever grateful to have.
There's one song of that I really liked. I don't think I ever released it as a single, but do you remember Hey Ho?
I do, absolutely.
I love that song.
Yeah, we wrote that song in Nashville with a couple of buddies of ours in a country band called the Warren Brothers. They had a couple hits back in the early 2000s on country radio, so you should go check them out. They're awesome.
You guys have a new song that's out. It's called Live Without It. Tell us about the new track.
Yeah, so we like to kind of say that Live Without It is like, I don't know, it's a modern take on Hinder. You know what I mean? It's, over the pandemic, we had written this whole album that we were trying to make it kind of feel like the first album. And then we realized, that, I don't know, it just didn't feel real. It didn't feel authentic. It's not really where we are as a band right now. So, so we wrote Live Without It. It's just one of those songs, Marshall, our singer, was going through a big breakup, relationship change of 15 years. And, so the two of us sat down, we wrote the song, and, he's kind of, getting all that off his chest. But for me, in the writing process, I realized that it's really a little bit more broad than that. It could be anyway. It really could be really about anything you want. It could be about a job or anything that's stealing your peace and stealing your happiness. It's okay to cut things loose sometimes and realize that you can live without it and move on and be better. So
I was told that album number 7 is in the works. Is that song going to be on that new album?
It is, yeah. Number 7 is actually done.
Wow.
It is in the can, sitting on the hard drive, ready to be loaded up. So we're ready to roll.
What can fans expect from the new album?
It's going to be, it's our favorite thing that we've done so far. You know what I mean? Up to this point. It's kind of a roller coaster. There's something for everyone on the album, I think. There's a lot of different feeling songs. We pulled a lot of inspiration from different genres and kind of, I don't know, just did a lot of experimenting in the studio while maintaining, the Hinder sound. So I think from a songwriting standpoint, it's really, really strong, and we're really proud of it.
We've been talking with drummer and co-founding member of Hinder, Cody Hanson. Cody, again, thanks for calling in this morning.
Right on, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And before you go, can I get you to intro the new song so we can play it?
What's up? This is Cody Hanson from Hinder, and you're listening to our new song, Live Without It, right here on Q93.
Thanks for listening to the Best of the Morning Q Crew podcast. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. on Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss the best moments from the show each week.